We wanted to do a brief demonstration of the Captiva software in action. This is from the scan module. This would be attached to a document scanner. We're looking at insurance claims and a new policy application. I should mention that Captiva supports a wide range of document scanners, but we do much more than just document scanners. We support emails. We can import things from multifunction devices, FTP sites, things of that nature. Once the documents are captured, they're classified. So they go through an automated process where we would determine, is it an insurance claim or is it a new policy application? In this example, we see a claim in the system and we've extracted some of the information. We only send the information that fails to match a certain confidence level to the operator. So in this example, we've got a claim. We can actually navigate through the pages to see the other pages in context if it was a multi-page document. In this case, we failed validation on the policy number because we're looking it up in a back-end database table. So the operator is going to have to make a correction here or override. And so a couple of things I want to demonstrate. First, we're showing an image snippet. The snippet technology is important because we can limit what a user can see in the system, basically. So instead of showing them the whole image, we could just show them a snippet. And I'll show you an example of that in a minute. But at this point, the operator could make a correction. The correction we could automatically evaluate the correction against the business rules to see if it matches field constraints. If we want to fill in the other field, this is the policy holder. We have some options here. We could actually rope off. I'll show you what that looks like. We can rope off the insured name. And because we've OCR'd this image, we can actually populate it without any keystrokes. So we simply rope off the name and it fills in the data field automatically for us. This can help speed the capture of data through the process by using technology like this. We're also looking at the estimate amount. We have it programmed to stop at that field every time. Once we're happy with the data, we can move on to the next task that's associated with this batch. In this case, we have a different document type. We're presented with the policy number, but in this case, we weren't able to validate the insured name. So as the operator keys it, we can do a lookup in an external table. This is an example of how we can leverage external data tables. We'll present a pop-up window and allow the operator to select the correct value. This is great in mortgage processing if we want to validate two factors on the document that we're indexing. So for example, as I go through here and finish the other fields, we can look at things like the property address and the loan number as an example. In addition to being able to evaluate the individual fields and the characteristics there, you can see that we have some white space in this name. We can look at the context of the whole batch. And so in this example, we have an application and we have an exam form that has been mismatched. Now we can just remove the white space or we can choose to reject this document. This is programmable, so the operator can choose to reject the image as they're going through and evaluating the information. In this case, we're not going to reject it. We'll just remove the white space. If you look at the medical exam section down there, that's a data element from a completely different document type. And so what we have here is an example of a business rule, which is allowing us to compare the data values for the document that we're currently looking at with a data value that was captured from another document. Because we have an image snippet there, we could simply correct it at this point and move on to the next step in the process. Again, we don't have to use the full image to be able to do that. A very powerful feature, I don't want to forget to mention that this is the ability to capture a data table. This is extremely important in things like extracting data from, in this case, a statement, but we can also work with EOBs. We can work with invoices that have line item detail that we want to extract, and that same validation technology that we have available to us for things like field level validation, we can do on this table data as well. These could include math functions to make sure things balance. We can also look at other elements such as the external data tables to see if things like product IDs are valid.